In the frozen silence of the outer solar system, far beyond the orbit of Mars and the asteroid belt, a colossal presence has ruled for more than 4 billion years. Jupiter, a planet so massive it could contain all the others, twice. A world that alone holds more material than every other planet combined. An ancient giant, turbulent, majestic, and yet invisible to the naked eye without instruments. At this distance from the Sun, light grows colder, weaker, temperatures plunge, and time itself seems to slow. More than 430 million miles from Earth, Jupiter dominates space. Its gravity shapes trajectories, disturbs asteroids, and holds dozens of moons captive. Nothing in its vicinity escapes its influence for long. Since ancient times, Jupiter has captured the human imagination. Early civilizations watched it wander across the night sky, brighter than most stars. They named it after a king of the gods. Today, we know that instinct was remarkably accurate. Jupiter is the true monarch of the solar system. Seen from afar, its size is overwhelming. With a diameter of over 88,000 miles, Jupiter is more than 11 times wider than Earth. But it is not size alone that inspires awe. It is the planet's swirling colors, its endless cloud bands, and the immense storms wrapping around a world with no solid surface beneath them.
The most famous of these is the Great Red Spot, a colossal storm larger than Earth itself, swirling through Jupiter's atmosphere for at least 300 years. It is a living reminder of the planet's scale and power. Yet Jupiter is more than a spectacle. It is also a guardian. Its immense gravity acts as a cosmic shield, capturing or deflecting countless comets and asteroids that might otherwise threaten the inner planets and Earth. Without Jupiter, the history of our world may have unfolded very differently. Orbiting this giant is a collection of worlds in their own right. More than 80 known moons circle Jupiter, some larger than entire planets. Worlds of ice and fire, hidden oceans, and ancient surfaces. Together, they form a miniature solar system bound by Jupiter's relentless pull. To explore Jupiter is to travel back in time. The planet formed early from the primordial material left behind by the birth of the Sun. By studying it, we learn how our solar system came to be, and how planetary systems across the universe may form. Today, robotic explorers have carried our senses where no human could survive. We have flown above Jupiter's clouds, measured its powerful magnetic fields, and ventured into its lethal radiation. And still, the planet keeps many of its secrets. In this journey, we will move closer to the giant. We will explore its storms and its depths, its moons and its mysteries. We will uncover the role Jupiter plays in shaping the solar system, and perhaps, through it, better understand our own place in the cosmos. Because when we face Jupiter, one truth becomes clear. In the universe, greatness is measured not only by size, but by influence.
Far beyond the inner planets, Jupiter stands as a world unlike any other. Unlike Earth, it has no solid ground, no oceans, no landscapes to walk upon. Its immense bulk is made of gas, hydrogen and helium primarily, with layers of clouds stacked thousands of miles deep. As you descend through the atmosphere, pressure increases to crushing extremes, and temperatures rise to levels that no human could survive. Beneath the clouds may lie a dense core of rock and metal, though even this remains largely a mystery. The upper atmosphere, however, is a spectacle in constant motion. Bands of clouds race around the planet, colored in shades of brown, white, and red. Winds can exceed 400 miles per hour, whipping storms into massive vortexes. Among them, the Great Red Spot stands as the most iconic, a storm larger than the Earth, raging for at least 3 centuries. Lightning crackles in the upper clouds, more powerful than any storm on Earth, reminding us that Jupiter is alive, a world of constant turbulence. Jupiter's power extends far beyond its atmosphere. Its magnetic field is the strongest in the solar system, generating a magnetosphere so vast it could engulf the Sun. Within this invisible bubble, charged particles spin at incredible speeds, creating radiation belts that would instantly destroy any unprotected spacecraft. At the poles, this magnetism produces auroras that dwarf those on Earth, shimmering in ultraviolet light and revealing the planet's immense energy. Orbiting this giant are dozens of moons, each a world in its own right. Io, the closest to Jupiter, is a landscape of fire and lava with over 400 active volcanoes. Its surface constantly reshaped by eruptions, Io is the most geologically active body in the solar system. Europa, smaller but equally captivating, hides a global ocean beneath its icy crust. Beneath that frozen layer may lie conditions suitable for life, making Europa a prime target for exploration. Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system, has its own magnetic field and a history written in ice and rock. Callisto, scarred and ancient, preserves a record of the early solar system, a frozen memory of collisions from billions of years ago. Together, these moons form a miniature solar system, each orbiting within Jupiter's powerful gravitational grip.
Orbiting this giant are dozens of moons, each a world in its own right. Io, the closest to Jupiter, is a landscape of fire and lava with over 400 active volcanoes. Its surface constantly reshaped by eruptions, Io is the most geologically active body in the solar system. Europa, smaller but equally captivating, hides a global ocean beneath its icy crust. Beneath that frozen layer may lie conditions suitable for life, making Europa a prime target for exploration. Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system, has its own magnetic field and a history written in ice and rock. Callisto, scarred and ancient, preserves a record of the early solar system, a frozen memory of collisions from billions of years ago. Together, these moons form a miniature solar system, each orbiting within Jupiter's powerful gravitational grip. To understand Jupiter is to understand the origins of our own planetary neighborhood. Formed very early in the history of the solar system, it gathered material before the inner planets fully coalesced. Its gravity shaped the asteroid belt, influenced the paths of comets, and may have even played a role in creating the conditions for life on Earth by protecting it from frequent catastrophic impacts. Humanity has long sought to explore this distant giant. Early flybys, such as those of Pioneer and Voyager, revealed the first close-up images of the planet and its moons, hinting at its complex system. The Galileo spacecraft provided detailed study of its atmosphere, magnetic field, and satellite system, while the Juno mission, currently orbiting Jupiter, measures its gravity, magnetic field, and interior structure with unprecedented precision. Soon, missions like the European Space Agency's JUICE and NASA's Europa Clipper will explore the icy moons, seeking to understand their oceans and potential habitability. Even from afar, Jupiter's influence is undeniable. Its immense gravity redirects comets and asteroids that might otherwise collide with the inner planets. It serves as a guardian, a protector, yet also a reminder of the chaotic forces that shape planetary systems. The planet emits more heat than it receives from the sun, driven by internal processes that power its storms and radiation belts. It is a world of extremes, a laboratory for understanding physics, chemistry, and planetary dynamics at scales impossible to recreate on Earth.
As we move through its system, the scale of Jupiter's power becomes ever more apparent. Each of its moons holds unique geological and chemical stories, and each orbit is a delicate balance between gravitational forces. The planet's vast atmosphere conceals layers of clouds, turbulent winds, and possibly liquid metallic hydrogen, a form of hydrogen that conducts electricity like a metal, generating the magnetic field that shapes the space around it. Its storms are more than weather. They are engines of energy, flowing patterns that have persisted for centuries, showing the planet as a living, dynamic system. Exploration continues to push the boundaries of what we know.
Instruments can measure the smallest variations in gravitational pull, revealing hidden structures deep within the planet. Radiation sensors capture the intensity of Jupiter's magnetic environment. High-resolution cameras photograph the moons, mapping their surfaces in detail. And yet, for all that we have learned, Jupiter remains a mystery in many ways, a planet whose secrets may only be fully understood by future generations of explorers. In the grand context of the solar system, Jupiter is both a sentinel and a laboratory. Its storms, magnetic fields, and moons provide insight into the forces that shape planets everywhere. By studying Jupiter, we learn not just about one world, but about the processes that govern the formation of planetary systems, the dynamics of atmospheres under extreme conditions, and even the potential for life beyond Earth.
To journey to Jupiter, even through the eyes of spacecraft, is to witness the raw power of the universe on a scale almost unimaginable. It is to confront the extremes of physics, chemistry, and time, to see a world older than Earth, still active, still changing, and still holding the keys to questions we are only beginning to ask. Through this exploration, we come to understand the delicate balance of our own planetary system. Jupiter's massive presence has shaped the paths of countless bodies in space, its storms and magnetic fields influencing the environment of the inner planets. It is a guardian, a destroyer, a laboratory, and a world of beauty beyond comprehension. As the spacecraft passed through its orbit, skimming past the edges of its swirling clouds, measuring its magnetic fields and radiation belts, and mapping its moons, we are reminded of the scale, complexity, and mystery of this giant. Jupiter is not just a planet, it is a living system, a testament to the power of gravity, motion, and energy. In the end, to study Jupiter is to study the solar system itself. Every storm, every moon, every magnetic pulse tells a story of formation, evolution, and survival. And as we leave its orbit, looking back at the swirling clouds and shining moons, we realize that Jupiter's influence extends far beyond its immediate surroundings. It shapes our understanding of worlds, of life, and of the universe itself. In the vastness of space, Jupiter stands as a reminder that size is only part of greatness. True power comes from influence, from the ability to shape, protect, and transform everything around you. It is the giant among planets, the keeper of secrets, and a beacon for all who seek to understand the cosmos.
Among Jupiter's moons, each tells a story of extremes and possibilities. Io, closest to the planet, is a world of fire and fury. Volcanoes erupt constantly, spewing lava and sulfur across its scarred surface. Here, the planet's immense gravity stretches and flexes Io, generating internal heat that keeps its volcanic engines running. This is a world in constant transformation, a reminder that planets and moons are not static, but dynamic, ever-changing systems. Europa, slightly further out, contrasts sharply. A thick crust of ice covers a hidden ocean, possibly twice the volume of all Earth's oceans combined. Beneath this frozen shell, tidal forces from Jupiter may create currents and warmth capable of supporting life. Europa represents one of the most compelling questions in planetary science. Could life exist beyond Earth? Its surface bears cracks and ridges, evidence of the shifting ice above the ocean below, and the possibility of interactions between ocean, ice, and surface chemistry. Ganymede, the largest moon in the solar system, is a world unto itself. Larger than Mercury, it has a magnetic field, an icy crust, and signs of a subsurface ocean. Its sheer size and complexity make it a planet in miniature, orbiting in Jupiter's gravitational embrace. Callisto, the farthest of the four large moons, tells a different story. Its surface is ancient, heavily cratered, and largely unchanged for billions of years. Callisto preserves the memory of the early solar system, a record of collisions and formation processes that shaped all worlds.
Beyond these four, dozens of smaller moons populate Jupiter's realm, each shaped by gravity, collisions, and the passage of time. Together, they form a complex dance, a miniature solar system orbiting a planet whose influence governs them all. This dance is not just a spectacle. It is a laboratory for understanding orbital mechanics, tidal forces, and the delicate balance that keeps celestial bodies in motion. Humanity has sought to explore this distant giant with ingenuity and courage. Early missions like Pioneer and Voyager passed through the Jovian system, sending back the first close-up images of clouds, moons, and rings. Galileo, launched in 1989, entered orbit around Jupiter in 1995, providing detailed measurements of its magnetic field, atmosphere, and satellite system. Galileo's discoveries transformed our understanding. It revealed that Europa likely harbors a subsurface ocean, that Io's volcanoes are powered by tidal heating, and that Jupiter's radiation belts are far more intense than previously imagined. Today, Juno orbits Jupiter, studying the planet with unprecedented detail. It measures the gravity field to probe the interior, maps the magnetic field in 3 dimensions, and captures stunning images of clouds and auroras at the poles. Future missions, including the European Space Agency's JUICE and NASA's Europa Clipper, will explore the icy moons more closely, seeking to understand their oceans, chemistry, and potential for life. Each mission brings us closer to answering fundamental questions about Jupiter, its moons, and the origins of the solar system itself.
Jupiter's influence extends beyond the planet and its moons. Its immense gravity acts as a shield for the inner solar system, capturing or deflecting comets and asteroids that might otherwise strike Earth. Without Jupiter, the history of our planet could have been vastly different. Its storms and magnetic fields remind us that planetary systems are dynamic, that energy flows in ways both beautiful and dangerous. As we observe the planet from orbit or through telescopes on Earth, the scale of Jupiter becomes overwhelming. The swirling clouds, lightning storms, auroras, and moons form a living system, a cosmic symphony of motion and energy. This is a world that has existed for billions of years, shaped by forces that are both familiar and alien, and still it holds secrets that challenge our understanding. The more we learn about Jupiter, the more it teaches us about the universe. It is a model for giant planets throughout the galaxy, a benchmark for understanding exoplanets, and a reminder that the processes shaping one planet can echo across billions of miles. Its storms, moons, and magnetic fields illustrate fundamental principles of physics and chemistry, while its influence on the solar system reveals the interconnectedness of all celestial bodies.
In the end, Jupiter is not merely a planet. It is a guardian, a teacher, and a mystery. It embodies the extremes of size, gravity, and energy, yet also the elegance of balance and order. To explore Jupiter is to explore the forces that shaped the solar system, to glimpse the raw power of nature, and to confront the vast scale of the cosmos. As our journey draws to a close, we leave Jupiter behind, but its presence remains. Its swirling clouds, raging storms, and orbiting moons continue their eternal dance. It continues to shape the solar system, to protect the inner planets, and to inspire humanity's curiosity. For in the vastness of space, Jupiter reminds us that greatness is not measured by size alone. It is measured by influence, by power, and by the ability to shape everything around it. Jupiter, the giant among planets, continues to hold secrets that challenge us, guide us, and inspire us. In studying this colossal world, we learn not only about its storms, moons, and magnetic fields, but also about our own place in the universe. For in the shadow of this giant, we see the story of the solar system, the story of life, and the story of exploration itself.
Jupiter is not just a planet. It is a guardian, a master, a mystery. It embodies extremes of size, gravity, and energy, yet also demonstrates the elegance of balance and order. To explore Jupiter is to explore the solar system itself, to witness the raw power of nature, and to confront the vast scale of the universe. As we move away from Jupiter, its swirling clouds, raging storms, and orbiting moons continue their eternal dance. The planet still shapes the solar system, protects the inner planets, and inspires humanity's curiosity. Jupiter reminds us that true greatness is measured not only by size, but by influence, by the ability to shape everything around it. By studying this giant, we gain a deeper understanding of our place in the universe, of the forces that govern planetary systems, and of the conditions that make life possible. Jupiter, both guardian and teacher, continues to fascinate, challenge, and inspire us.